Bonjour and bonsoir, dear friends. Welcome to JCB Live. This is a very unusual happy hour as I get to talk to you tonight about my favorite topic in the world of the unseen, the world of the subconscious mind, the world of the unconscious and subconscious. The definition of surrealism is right behind me. This is why I've chosen this amazing site to welcome you not only to Raymond Vineyards, but one of our properties in the heart of Napa Valley. As I was coming to Napa Valley and discovering Raymond Vineyards before I had the chance to bring it in our collection, I used to always sit where I am right now. And I used to look at the beautiful hills behind me, the Maikamas Mountain, and I used to contemplate this amazing view and suddenly had the reality of really bringing in my head all the images of the past, the present, and the future. This is why my passion has always been surrealism, and this is why I wanted to create this little art form behind us, as we're going to talk a lot about Salvador Dali and the famous Dali Museum, with whom we're doing a lot of phenomenal surrealistic tastings and very unusual tastings in different settings. Wine allows you to bring within you the surrealistic idea of the world as you see it, your emotion as they are only yours, and the world through your own eyes. This is why this is full of different frames, 17, 18, 19, or even 20th century, with different colors. And this is a take on what you see is not always what someone else may see. And what you see is as important as the unseen. So let your eyes wander, let your mind travel, let the journey begins right now. So dear friends, welcome to the greatest world in the world, surrealism. Now welcome to my home. We started at Raymond Vineyards on the valley floor in the heart of Napa Valley. And now we've moved up at 666 feet on the valley floor. This is where the best views of Napa Valley is all about. This is where it all started. And as the famous Dali Museum and our wonderful relationship and partnership, we will be doing some amazing tasting. Like this triptych, 3 tasting that will be magical and take us, all of us, through the surrealistic mind of Salvador Dali. As you could see, he was as well a major inspiration to me. Why? Because he's always succeeded into portraying something that was transcendental, something that took you on a journey, made you think, and allow you to tell a magical story. This is dedicated to surrealism, the 4 wines we started with, the Alchemy of Dreams. They all represent my home, my life, my lifestyle, and what I believe in. Dreaming and bringing reality to your dream. I want to drink to this because in life, we never execute fully our dreams. We keep dreaming, we keep thinking, we keep wanting, but we never always go through the full process of transforming that dream into a reality. He did with Mae West. Look at those fabulous lips. I love them, and I kiss them, and I honor them. As you could see, those are my lovely wife, Gina's lips. But as we dream, as we think that it is impossible, it is always possible. And this is what those 2 paintings represent. And I'm enjoying right now an amazing red wine, the heart of Napa Valley where we are. Think of where we are, the epicenter of the luxury expression of the taste and the senses of Napa Valley and the culture of wine. This is why the symbol has to be a wine that is represented by the feminine symbol of the mind, the limitless expression of the mind of the lady that creates the architecture of life. In this instant, this is my lovely wife, Gina, and I, 2 fabulous ladies who are representing the alcove, the foundation, and as you can see, the promenade of life Twins, one on each side, and you can see the door in the middle. Why all those fabulous spheres? The endless imagination we can have without any limit. The only limit is the one we set to ourselves. Same to wine. And this is why this red wine is very unique, because there's no limit. It's all about the alchemy of what the terroir, the essence of Napa Valley, has to offer. Many great varieties, it's a secret. It's like a painting. I won't tell you the answer till you discover it. And even if you do, who knows if it is reality? Because we live a lot on the subconscious. And this is the idea of this amazing collection. As you can see, and you taste the wine, water gave birth to wine. That was a lucky day. And you can imagine this amazing idea of the Last Supper reinterpreted with this fabulous table, and of course, guarded by the lion, the ultimate felon, the ultimate animal that really represents power, strength, and energy. Exactly like this wine, which is this fabulous assemblage of great grapes from Napa Valley. There's a lot more to see, and we will come back in a moment at the end of this tasting with the last painting, that is the ultimate dream. But now, come with me and we will be tasting our Pinot Noir. As Dali said, all the elements of the world need to be represented. I'm sitting today on one of my favorite chairs, the Octopus. We have a table with a black octopus. She swam in the pool, swallowed a pearl, and became this magnificent lady that brings us energy, power, and the muscles on the underground. This is what this view of surrealism is all about. She's tempted to drink wine and to bring it to the senses. We have behind me one of the most magical paintings I actually created with Stanislas Costa, and of course with the influence of our master Salvador Dali. As you could see behind me, it's all about the senses. As you think about senses, it's all about you. It's all about your conscious, subconscious ideas of realities, interpretation, and what you see and don't see. It's often what you think about what is above is as well below, and what is below is as well above. The symmetry of the world, which is not always portrayed within our brains or the way we think. Left brain, right brain, both brains. We all know the best surrealistic painters, from Magritte to Duchamp, during the Dada era, as well as naturally Dali had both brains working. They were both having an amazing scientific mind and as well an artistic mind. This is that frontal lobe that gives us so much. And just below it is the nose. And you could see the nose is represented in the centerpiece of this amazing Pinot Noir. Why? Pinot has everything from the nose. So dear friends, the idea of the nose is that powerful element that brings oxygen, but the air of the spirits of the outside into your inside. Gives you the true sense of all the aroma that surrounds you. All the senses that possibly can function are often triggered thanks to your nose. Specifically wine. So Pinot Noir, and this one is part of the Alchemy of Dreams, as you could see. We've moved this amazing painting horizontally. Doesn't matter. It's how you see it, how you look at it. As we do any great wine tasting, step one, we look. Step two, you listen. I'm on top of the ocean, as you know, my favorite octopus. She makes sounds, she makes noise. She is in synergy with the ocean. This is what we all need to do with wine. Listen to what the voice internally of each of our bodies will tell us. Each of our clock will advise us where time becomes timeless. And this is when you need to listen only to yourself and interpret your own reality of the world at large, and specifically in this case, our wonderful Pinot Noir. So then, the sense of nose. As you can see, the nose is represented everywhere, because with your eyes, you see and you interpret. With your nose, you start to dive into the story. Here, I'm full of incredible aroma. Raspberry, strawberry. So let's say I go into the gardens and think of fruit. Then I go into the flower area. I think of pink and white roses. And then I go, of course, to vegetables. And this is the bright tomatoes. This is all the flavors of the garden that come in the middle of the summer and that matures in the fall. And then if I extrapolate, I could think a little bit of that nice, deep, sensitive leather, a touch of licorice and cinnamon, and of course, one of my favorite is chocolate. So we went together on a whole interpretation of what we could never imagine we would do. And it's very important as a surrealistic painting to start to see not only what the master tried to interpret on the canvas, but try to interpret what you see that he may not have seen. And this is the art in wine. As I think in stylizing wine or making wine, that sometimes I think of something. And most of the time I think of something that you don't think about, and vice versa. And often you think about a lot more than I do. And I hear all of you giving me the expression of what you sense, and it's much more than I could ever think. And that's the beauty of the senses and the beauty of wine tastings. Then finally, you could see the lips are essential. I'm diving into the soul of the wines. I'm diving into the spirit of the wine. I'm diving into the energy of the wines. You could see my lips are not stopping moving. Very similar to the Mae West lips that Salvador Dali got an idea from, that we've seen. And very similar to the lips that I've as well designed, differently than Dali, with diamond inside rather than pearls, because red wine is my diamond. And I want you to think, as you swallow the wines, to do exactly what this painting represents. Is to start to think about the impossible, to start to travel within your mouth as deep, as far, as wide, as vertical as you can. You want the wines to go into the bitterness, into the acidity, the salt, the sugar, the fatness, the richness, and ultimately finish on the umami. So dear friends, as you could see from all the elements of the world, all the worlds together bringing to us the essence of wine and this incredible relationship we have thanks to all our senses. It could be art, it could be sculpture, it could be anything we can think of. Let's let our mind wander and enjoy what she sees and allow us to take her when she wants to take her. And allow this free-feeling spirit of imagination win over us and take us on a journey that we've never felt before. Enjoy the alchemy of the dreams, the alchemy of Pinot Noir. Dear friends, the alchemy of dreams. Is that a dream or reality? Am I a rabbit? Am I a rooster? Am I a peacock? Am I a tiger? Am I a leopard? What am I really? It is only in our eyes that you could think and see what we are. But we are who we want to be. And this is the beauty of life we live. And this is really the interpretation of our very good friend, Salvador Dali. As you can see here, he decided to be a minotaur and at the same time a persona with drawers. You pull the wine you want and you desire the impression, the feeling you want to portray. Our personality has multiple sides of it, and many of those are never let to go outside of a human being. Let's allow us to do so. This is why we created the Alchemy of Dreams. Life is all about dreams that you can eventually transform into reality. What about letting it be? What about following the Beatles song, Let It Be, and let us together live the life we deserve to have? And this is the meaning of this incredible Chardonnay. Sonoma Coast. You are on the coastline of the Pacific Ocean. You are where all dreams have been accomplished over time. You are where all the settlers, the pioneers, the people with vision came to craft and create unlimited possibilities. It's not just about technology. It's about wine. It's about the essence of Mother Nature that has so much to give us. And this is what we wanted to represent on this incredible painting that is really the eye. The eye. The eyes. Do we have two? Do we have three? I believe we all have a third eye. As the chakras tell us, let's open them and align them and allow them to show us what to see. And this is here what I wanted all of you to see. The eye that is the bee, the transformation, the hard work that creates the energy that lays around her. Look, even in the eye, that is the interpretation of the hill of Napa Valley where we are on Wapo Hill, around and within the heart of Napa Valley. This is where this painting really represents time stopping. And time stop when we all have a great time, when we all drink great wines. This is why it is midnight, of course, in Napa Valley, and this is noon in Burgundy. I come from two sides of the world, Burgundy, now in Napa Valley, and the two times I love is noon for lunch and midnight for dinner. Why eating early when you can eat late? Why living conventionally when you could be unconventional? Without forcing yourself, but by being yourself. This is why in my mind, life is a celebration, life is a joy, and life deserves to be lived. This is why on this painting, you could see the representation of all the vines, our beautiful forks. Why? Life is about food and wine. The interpretation of the snail, the symbol of the French, going slowly but surely somewhere and being able to enjoy the best of what the most phantasmagoric dish is all about. A little garlic, a little butter sauce, and a snail. Is anything better? And as you could see, always the interpretation of the mind, the octopus in this case that we just met, as well as the egg, symbol of transformation, symbol of birth, symbol of what comes next. We don't always know, but we are willing to listen to. And I believe this is what is so important within this collection of wine, is to allow our dreams to take us where we don't think always of going, and to really lead us to that place that is that ultimate imagination. Just like the incredible chair I'm sitting on. Who would have thought but Dali himself to actually create a chair that represents the beautiful back of a gorgeous lady with her three legs, you know, the symbol of threes, as well as her hands that we can hold. This is what the world is about. A melting table, a beautiful minotaur, and the symbol of humanity with drawers and personalities and different origins and skin colors and emotions and feelings, as well as in stone, the sculpture of where we sit on and where we're going. So this is the Chardonnay that really brings all of that to me, and soon I hope to all of you.
Come feed me your wine, JCB.
There's no better moment in life when you hear the whistle and then, of course, beautiful voice of an incredible lady. Now, I'm attracted by the ocean. As you can see, the symbol of the water. You can see it on this painting. My little Frenchie, a Frenchie coming to America. And as you can see, through a little boat, like I just did, swimming and swimming and swimming. This was the dream, to come to this amazing country as it is represented here and naturally bring you the ultimate Cabernet Sauvignon. And this is what we all need to reflect on and know that it's always possible to cross the ocean, as this painting represents, travel around the world, suddenly find the place we want to be in, and then from that place, start expressing yourself. To the point that even Frenchies can fly, as you can see, higher than the birds. Even our emotion can be transcended by the unpredictable of life. This is what surrealism is all about. A look at the past, a questioning of the present, a search of the future in a very different way that will always bring you something very different. So, dear friends, I invite you to join me in the big blue, to come and swim with me in the world of wine and pleasure, to dream with me and disappear thanks to the elixir of God, thanks to the Alchemy of Dreams. Are you coming?